Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording on Tuesday, December 2nd, after the Celtics win over the New York Knicks. Huge win, back-to-back victories for the Celtics, 123-117, the final score for Boston. Monster Jaylen Brown game, huge performances from Hugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh, Josh Minot, some big shots from Derek White. Just a phenomenal win for the Celtics after a really good win against the Cavs the other night with no Derek White and Amish Queta. Celtics have won 4 of their last 5 games, wins over 4 of the top 6 seeds in the Eastern Conference, beat the Magic, beat the Pistons, beat the Cavs, beat the Knicks. They are, per Justin Turpin, stat wizard, have the second most wins in the NBA of teams against teams above 500. There's a group of teams with 7, which is the second most. Pistons have 8. Celtics have 7 wins against teams above 500. And they beat the New York Knicks at TD Garden after going down by a good amount of points in the first quarter. So big win for Boston.
What a win. What a great win. Looked like it wasn't going to be a win, turned into a win, then looked like it wasn't going to be a win again. And the Celtics did what I sure fucking wish they would have done in May. But better late than never, I suppose. They hold on to beat the Knicks. This was just an incredible Jaylen game. Like, I wrote about it in my instant reaction takeaways on Hardwood Houdini. Jaylen fucking hates this team. Like, he hates the Knicks. He hates the fans. Like, he is all in. He was so clearly just, like, out for blood in this game. He was too out for blood. Like, he was sped up early. He said in the post-game press conference he actually felt like he was going a little bit too hard, which caused him to turn the ball over and play a little bit out of his, like, realm of abilities in the first quarter. Second quarter rolls around. Celtics look like they're dead. He goes off for 18. He scores 10 straight, literally a personal 10-0 run to bring the Celtics back within a possession. And then they carry the momentum over to finish the quarter with a 6-point lead at the break. And then the third quarter, halftime didn't cool him off. 15 more points for him. Celtics go into the fourth up 18. This game was like the perfect Jaylen Brown game to have on national television to let the casual fan know what he's been doing this season. Like, this is the best Jaylen game of the season. He also, like, just decided he wanted to dunk again today. Jaylen hasn't really shown the hops too much this season. He had 2 loud dunks in the second quarter to help that run come along. And I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just proud of him. Like, you're getting fan Sam today. Like, if you listen to the show regularly, I'm probably like fan Sam quite often. But like, as somebody who's here as media today, I wanted them to win this game. I'm so proud of Jaylen. He just clearly has a sense of pride. He hates how the playoff series went down, and he played like it today.
Man, Jaylen Brown's been incredible. I mean, just an unbelievable performance for Jaylen against the Knicks after an unbelievable performance in a loss to the Timberwolves a couple nights ago. I know there's been this whole thing online of like, oh, you know, not on the NBA's MVP ladder. He's not top 10. Probably should fucking be top 10. Like, he should probably be up there right now. I mean, what a game, man. Like, slow start, slow first quarter, turning the ball over a few times, wasn't really finding his rhythm. He started the game 1 for 4, I think, which means he finished 15 of 20 in his last 20 shots. Just a ridiculous performance. I mean, he was a plus 15, and you could feel it. He played almost 40 minutes. When the Celtics were blowing the lead, I saw somebody like in my Twitter comments being like, that's because he being Joe, I can assume, that's because he, you know, left Jaylen and Derek White on the bench for too long. Jaylen played 40 minutes. They have he's not going to play.
He has to take a break for a minute.
He's not playing 48 every night. So maybe like whatever, right? But it's so much more than just the scoring. It is the passing, and he only had 4 assists. The amount of buckets, especially at the end of this game, that the Celtics got because the Knicks had to had to double Jaylen Brown was unbelievable. It was pick and roll with Walsh, double, pass to Walsh, short roll, pass to corner, Minot 3. Pick and roll with Walsh, Knicks double, pass to Walsh in the short roll, kick it out, swing to Derek White for a 3. Minot, screen for Jaylen Brown, Knicks double Jaylen Brown, kick to Josh Minot, short roll, kick out, 3. Clockwork. The Knicks had no choice because Jaylen Brown was not missing, and Jaylen Brown's not going to get any of those assists. Those are all Jaylen Brown's assists. He did all of that. Just a fucking masterpiece by Jaylen Brown. Just beautiful basketball.
By the way, Jaylen Brown's but a stream in like an hour.
Yeah, 2 hours after dropping 42.
Him and
just going
Burnout
live.
Boy are just going to go run a Twitch stream. Man, what a player. You mentioned the fourth quarter decision-making. I feel like in the playoff series, those were the decisions that weren't being made. The Knicks would put pressure on Tatum or Brown, and they wouldn't really give. Like, they were like, no, I'm fucking going through these double teams, and I'm going to try and score. The difference between the rosters from then and now and the decision to trust this roster and be like, yeah, I'm going to pass to these guys is just kind of comedy. But what wasn't comedy and was actually really awesome is what the other players made of Jaylen's trust in them. Like, Jordan Walsh put together maybe 6 of the most impressive minutes we've seen from him this season. Like, I don't want to, like, just speak in hyperbole for a half hour or as long as we go today, but the plays that he made in this game against a begrudgingly good team in a game that, like, everybody so clearly wanted to win, like, it meant a lot to the team. It meant a lot to the fans. He had 2 massive offensive rebounds, like, back-to-back in the fourth quarter. Minot missed a 3, who also, by the way, was awesome today. He gets an offensive rebound, puts it back up. A couple trips down the floor later, somebody else misses a 3, crashes, puts it back up. He was 3 of 3 in this game. They don't have him up on the final, like, he wasn't on the closing line, so I don't know how many points he finished with. I'm almost positive, like, his first 3 baskets were all just putbacks. Like, that was what he did.
11 points, 6
11
rebounds,
points.
3 offensive.
Okay, that's awesome. He also had maybe the most impressive play of the game, which was he got the ball in the corner, kind of open to shoot. I think it was Josh Hart or Towns closed out super hard, and he drove the closeout, went up on 3 Knicks defenders, was definitely going to try and dunk it, had to change to a layup, kisses it off the glass, finds the bottom of the net, gives the Celtics a 5-point lead when they needed it. Yeah, Walsh.
Yeah.
Like, this was a brass balls big boy play. And, like, if he does not convert that basket.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about Minot when you were talking about the rebounds. Walsh had 8 points. Sorry, Walsh had 8 points, 4 offensive rebounds. I thought you were still talking about Minot when you were talking about that.
Three of Jordan Walsh's 4 buckets were offensive rebound putbacks. The fourth one was this play that I'm talking about right now, where he just like dug up all the courage he's saved up through his 21 years of being on this earth and said, I'm going to take it to the basket on the entire Knicks team, and he finished it to give the Celtics like a meaningful basket. They don't win this game probably without that, the way the fourth quarter was going. Like,
yes.
Oh my God. I'm pumped. I got, like, just great energy I'm feeling right now. It's going to get me all the way home to Rhode Island tonight at 1:30, whatever time I actually get back.
Every single play Jordan Walsh made in the fourth quarter was one of those plays where you're just sitting there like mouth agape, like no fucking way it happened again. No way it happened again. No way he's doing it again. And every time he did it again, he just kept doing it again and again and again. And his defense was great too. Had a couple great contests, had a block. I think maybe he didn't have a block, but he sure looked like he should have had a block. He had one. Yeah, big steal. Every offensive rebound that there was to get, it just felt like there was a magnet on his hands. And some of the one for putbacks, that layup he made over 3 Knicks that you mentioned was insane, a ridiculous take that just went down because of course it did. Jordan Walsh exited the court of TD Garden after doing his post-game on the court, like post-game interview, just screaming. He was just yelling to the fans. He's like, he's just screaming because he was so hyped. I mean, if you had told me X amount of months, like a year and some change ago, when we watched Jordan Walsh play pretty poorly at Summer League in 2024, that we were going to see Jordan Walsh win the Celtics a basketball game like this multiple times in a season, a meaningful basketball game, and he's done it multiple times now, I don't know if I would have believed you. And it's not because I didn't think he was a good player. It's not because I didn't think he had potential. It's just because we hadn't seen it. And it's just like it's all come flooding out at once. Like every single thing that he can possibly bring to the table is just flooding out onto the court. And he has been so critical to the Celtics' success this season. And they don't win this basketball game without Jordan Walsh. And shout out, because he was insane. But before we do continue, I want to tell you guys about Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. This football, this basketball, this whatever sports season that you are into, you can check it out on Prize Picks and have some fun throughout the course of the season. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season. We're all making decisions like what gifts to buy and what to put on our Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever plate of whatever holiday you want to celebrate. Food's going on that plate, but there is one place where it feels good to be right for those decisions, and that is on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is super easy to use. You just pick more or less than at least 2 player stats, and if you get your picks right, you could cash in. Stacks are now available on Prize Picks, so you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup if you want the more on Jaylen Brown points, rebounds, assists, the more on Drake May passing yards, rushing yards, touchdowns. If you want the more on Jordan, I wish there was a more on Jordan Walsh offensive rebounds every single night, because that'd be awesome, but I don't know if they have it, but check, because you should check if they have it. But it's super fun on Prize Picks. How you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose flex play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the power play. No matter the play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today, and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right, but I'll let you continue on, Walsh, if you'd like to. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I just think we've really learned that Summer League doesn't mean shit, and we all need to, I know, the problem with Summer League is we're all just real bored. So we're have to have takes, have to have takeaways, must learn about young player. Maybe not. I will say, in fairness to Summer League and its importance, Walsh played his most impressive run of Summer League this year, and it's translated so far this season to him actually being an impactful player for the Celtics. So credit to Summer League in that sense. But yeah, really, really impressive stuff from Walsh. Minot and him kind of go hand in hand in this game to me. Minot did a lot of the dirty work in the first 3 quarters. He was the small ball 5 for the Celtics. Joe Mazzulla subbed him in when Mitchell Robinson subbed in this game. And I was on the ninth floor being like, wait, what? You went small ball against Mitchell Robinson? And they successfully hacked to Robinson enough to where he wasn't able to really put his fingerprints on this game as much as you would have guessed going into it. Go ahead.
I have a quiz for you.
All right, let's hear it.
I have a quiz for you, Sam. What is Mitchell Robinson shooting from the free throw line this season?
I'm pretty sure he actually was shooting well. Right or wrong? Hot or cold?
Cold.
Cold, okay. Is
he
shooting 17% from the free throw line?
You are overshooting it.
Whoa. Did he make his first free throw of the season tonight?
No. Going into the season, he was shooting 15.4%, 2 of 13. He shot 1 of 4 tonight, so he is now shooting 3 of 17, which is a whopping. So he is now shooting 17.6%. So his 1 of 4 performance tonight improved his free throw percentage on the season. I want you to clock that, deep that, really think about that. He shot 1 of 4 and his free throw percentage improved.
I don't know how you could be a professional basketball player and just not be able to do that. I get massive guy dunk ball, grab rebound. I get it. And I get probably growing up, Mitchell Robinson was never told to do anything other than learn to score in the paint. I mean, I can shoot free throws. That's my favorite part of sitting on the sidelines and getting to critique basketball at times. I can watch guys shoot free throws and be like, well, I could do that. And I'm actually telling you the truth. If you had me and Mitch like compete in a free throw contest, I would win. 100% I would win. So to see him pathetically shoot 17% from the free throw line in the season, it first and foremost makes me very sad. I hate to see anything bad happen to the Knicks fan base, but it truly is kryptonite for a player who has Superman levels of impact when he's able to be out there.
So I'm looking at the worst. I just went on StatMuse and Googled the worst free throw percentage of all time. I believe he is 5th worst all time. If these numbers are correct.
Any like current day names along with him?
Yes. So Andre Drummond is a career 48.7% free throw shooter. So 48.7% is pretty rough. The worst of all time is Ben Wallace. Or DeAndre Jordan's 47.5. Ben Wallace, would you like to guess his career free throw shooting percentage?
Is he like 38%?
Close. 41.4% from the line. Which is rough. But yeah, Hacker Robinson worked. Shout out. I wonder if there's a stat. There's not a stat. I don't even know why I'm like pondering. I don't know how to phrase this correctly. Amari Williams just won the award for like number of times mentioned in the press conference per minute played on the court, because Joe's talked about him like 3 different times and he played 6 seconds tonight. And I think that's awesome. Shout out to Amari Williams. He came in, he fouled, he did his job, and then he sat back on the bench. And first time he was like smiling and laughing about it.
What an absolute troll move by Joe. Just subbing him in.
It's like, you remember when Popovich intentionally fouled Shaq and he like laughed at him on the court? Joe does it, but like he's dead ass.
He's dead ass, but also like he's also playing a prank on us, because we saw Amari get ready to go in the game and all of us opened Twitter and we were like, hey, everybody, because we're ahead of everybody that's watching at home. Amari Williams is about to come in. And then by the time we hit send, he had done his service and headed back to the bench. Like, people online couldn't even get excited about this before we broke the news to them that he was not actually out there to play.
Yeah, man. I had to like tweet my own tweet, like JK, like just kidding. He's coming out already. Okay, back on track. Anyways, Hugo, man, it's gonna get lost because of Jordan's impact, Josh's impact, Jaylen's. Like, Hugo Gonzalez completely changed this basketball game. Like, they were losing, they were going to lose unless Hugo did what he did. I firmly believe that. This was like, this game was going down a very dangerous path. And then Hugo checked in, guarded Karl-Anthony Towns, and shut him down. I wrote this in my notes constantly. Like, I've never seen a single player cause a bigger implosion of another player. Karl-Anthony Towns was playing well, and then Hugo checked in, and he was like a different person. He was a different player on the court. Hugo just dominated him. He guarded him extremely well, shut him down, switched on to Brunson, shut him down too. It was awesome. He completely changed the game, turned it on its head. And at one point he was a plus 18, and the Knicks made their little run, so it cut it down. But like, you could feel every single one of that plus 18 he was in the moment that he helped like turn the game around for the Celtics.
What a great big shame it was to see Karl Towns implode like that. You never want to see it. Somebody who has such passion when he plays, cares so much every time he does anything, and has a different celebration to pull out of his back pocket anytime something goes right for him. It was a real shame to see a 6'5" rookie from Spain come in and completely derail him in this game. Credit to Hugo, because Hugo did pick up like a couple of quick fouls. He had 2 like this. And Joe left him in. He did a great job of keeping his hands back. Like, when Hugo was defending Cat did not want to score a basket. He wanted to get to the free throw line. There's a specific play Bobby Manning tweeted where Hugo's there and then somebody comes to double team and Cat tries to just do like an Embiid and sweep through into the help defender. And both guys were just like this, and he lost the ball. Results in a Celtics like transition opportunity. Like, shout out to Jem Packard with like the best tweet of the day. Can you imagine having to root for this guy? Like that would be insufferable. Like what a loser Cat is. And it just makes me love Hugo even more because he just went out there. Like, is he just going to be a problem for the Knicks for years to come? This is 2 games. They didn't win the first one. This is 2 games where Hugo has played the Knicks, played probably a bigger role than usual against the Knicks, and has been a significantly impactful player against this Knicks team, kind of by matching their energy. Like he's got like that will fight you in a back alley energy that this Knicks team likes to think they play with. Like some of them play with it. Like Josh Hart plays with it. Brunson plays with it. Not tonight, but most games plays with it. Cat doesn't really play with it. He likes to act like he plays with it. He doesn't play with it. Mitchell Robinson plays with it. He just can't shoot free throws. But yeah, credit to Hugo. Trying to think, he had actually a really good off the dribble layup in the fourth quarter. He took Mitch off the dribble, and I thought Mitch was going to pin him on the glass, and he got it up over him. And it was the spot when they needed a basket. So big credit to him for having the balls to put it on the floor and create for himself. You don't see it a lot for guys that aren't really meant to do that, especially in a fourth quarter.
Yeah, shout out Hugo. I will say, you're probably not going to like it because it's going to make Knicks fans a little happy. Cat was getting fouled a lot. That one uncalled in this game.
If you ask him, he gets fouled every time he misses a basket.
I know, sure, but he was getting fucking murdered, and they weren't calling it.
But the boy who cried wolf, Jack.
Game's a game. But shout out to Hugo. He was awesome. Josh Minot, again, sort of like Jaylen, or sort of like Hugo because of Jaylen and Walsh and everything going on. Probably not going to get a ton of credit. Awesome. Small ball minutes. Super good. Best story of the season so far, or at least one of them. Josh Minot is an elite 3-point shooter. Like genuinely
Who would have thought when you did the video in July?
Dude, he is a like genuinely really, really, really like not even like elite, like dependable 3-point. Like he shoots that I think it's going in. Like it's crazy.
Yes, it's
crazy. Credit to him, taking more than he ever so if you combined the number of threes, like 3-point attempts per game of every year up to this point, all 3 years, it is less than half of what it's just less. It's less than what he's attempting this year. 0.4, 0.3, 0.9 is 1.6. He's taking 2.7 this year. And he's shooting 41.2%. And that was going into this game. And then he shot 3 of 5 from 3 tonight. Awesome stuff from Josh Minot. He's still, I can start to see a few of the moments that Timberwolves fans were talking about when he came here, like gets lost a little bit sometimes. He's like a little bit like, oh, deer in headlights. But shit, man, he was fucking incredible. He's been so good as this small ball 5.
I don't know if this is like a stupid guy take. It might be. But I feel like with the deer in the headlights stuff, it exists. Completely agree. It goes into like when we come on here and we talk about he played like half a good game and then half of not a good game, like that stuff is why it just randomly pops up. I feel like that is just going to go away. Like the more he's out there, he's going to have to get some sort of like veteran instincts. I don't blame a guy who's just spent the majority of his entire pro career to this point before coming to Boston watching games from the bench to be like, oh, I'm off guard, my bad. Like I think there is a sense for the game that you get, and it comes with actually playing in it. But Walsh is like the foil to that because he watched games for 3 years or 2 years, and then he comes in, and it sounds like he's been a film student and has really done a great job of they just do a great job of knowing what is coming and all that. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I hope the more he plays, the better it gets. He's one of my favorite players. I just love watching him. Seems like a cool guy. He's easy to root for. I'm so happy that his jump shot works. I didn't think today was one of the days where I was like, oh, man, it just looks so smooth. Like, no, it looked janky a little bit today. This shit goes in. I don't care, man. He's making his threes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I will say one of the things that Timberwolves fans were telling me is like that's the reason he's not on the court a lot. So I think it's been happening. But I think inevitably, as he gets older and as he gets used to things in the NBA, it'll deplete or decrease a little bit. How about big shot D White? It's inevitable, man. It's inevitable, man. He's so sick. That was it. Him who had the huge block on Brunson too, the big play late in the game
Yes, he
too.
did. He helped over and got him.
Dude, Derek fucking White, man. Braden Pritchard off game, 4-13, 1-7, not his best game. Pretty, up and down. Not the best night for him. Derek fucking White, man. Well, he had 22, but it felt like with his plays he's making in fourth, he had 40.
The NBA needs to come up with a stat for weighted points. It's like points that like directly translate to wins. He has to be one of the league leaders in that. What are we doing in here? This guy's like welding the fucking ring together. But anyways,
That's probably what they're doing.
I mean, this is great. This is like the loudest it's been. But White, what a shot maker. He had one in the fourth quarter that got waved off. The Celtics challenged it. Oh, they didn't challenge it. The refs reviewed it organically and like doubled down. Peyton Pritchard got pushed into whoever was guarding Derek, and Derek makes a three. Probably should have been a 4-point play. Gets waved off. And at that moment of the game, that was a big shot. It didn't even count.
Derek Pritchard got pushed into Brunson?
Yeah, like that. Like, that's what I personally saw in the replay.
I thought he just ran into it.
Well, you would think that if you didn't see the push, you would be like, he did run into him, and he did, but there was a reason why he ran into him.
I see.
Derek made the big shot at the end of the third quarter. He made a big shot you could just rely on him to make the shot. He said it to me after the last win here against Detroit on Wednesday. I might miss a lot of shots. I told someone I'm gonna make the big one. He makes the big ones.
So I do have the stat for you. What is Derek White shooting from three in the clutch this season?
55%.
63.6%. He is 7 for 11 from three in the clutch this year. So pretty damn good. Let's see. Okay. Couple more underrated players. We talked about Walsh, Jaylen, Derek, Josh, Jordan. This was Anthony Simon's best game as a Celtic. I believe that.
Why do you think so?
Scored in the right moments, in the right places, took the right shots. There was one bad shot that he took, and he immediately made up for it with an and one in transition. He was a legitimately impactful defender in this game. Like this was the first game I watched where I saw something click and I saw him change and be like, oh shit. I've realized the problem with Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons is a fine, solid team defender and even one-on-one defender for the first 90% of the time he's guarding somebody, and then he fouls, or then they get by him, and he just lets it slip in the last moment. And it happened twice on both Brunson drives in the first half. But in the second game, he was flying around, making good closeouts on threes. He was guarding one-on-one. He was helping over, and you could just see things like start to click for him a little bit. I know this wasn't a crazy scoring game, but he was 5 of 9, 1 of 4 from three. He had 12 and 3 assists. But I don't know, man. It was just the defense and the fact that he could be on the floor because he was playing solid defense. He was really, really good in this game, and it's not going to get talked about because there weren't any flashy or big impact or heavy scoring. But like he was very impactful in this game, and I think this was his best all around game. Yeah.
I also thought he was good. I was just curious, like, what it was you were specifically seeing, because I don't see things like that. I'm not as good at noticing yet. I'm trying to be a noticer. I'm not a noticer. I want to notice. For me in particular, it's more of the shot stuff that you mentioned first. Like, he put the ball on the floor in the half court and beat his man and got to the rim a couple times. We've been waiting. We've been waiting to see this. He's somebody, like last year, I think the numbers said he's a good in-paint finisher, like around the rim. He can finish. He just blew past the players that were slower than him. Thank you. We've been waiting. Not a lot. There was the one bad step back, as you mentioned. But beyond that, like, it was a pretty – by the way, the bad step back did come at a bad time. Like, it was –
But then he scored in transition the next play.
He did. So. He absolutely did. It came when the avalanche was coming, and I was just like, it's like they let Jason Tatum take over his body for a possession. Say, do what you want, Jason. And he went, watch this, and then did a step back. But no, Anthony was good. I'd love for you to point out the defensive stuff to me, maybe at another time. But I would like to see that because
I can pull up a couple of the possessions that I marked down.
Sure, pull them up.
Okay,
I would like to know
first
because
one I have,
we give him a hard time on this show, so I'd like to give credit. We're unbiased journalists.
So the first one I have is one of those where it's like, damn, he played really good defense for so long, and then it just fell apart. One of them was a foul. He fouled with 7 seconds left in the first quarter, and he was like staying in front of his guy, sticking with them, defense, and then it just fell apart. He put his hands down in the wrong place when he could have just put his hands up. He like went for the steal, went for the block when he should have just. If he just kept his hands out, this would have been a great contest. And if Brunson makes a shot, Brunson makes a shot. This is it. Great defense by Anthony Simons the whole possession. Guarding him. Stays with him, in front of him, and then he puts his hands down. Like, look, he gets this beautiful positioning against Brunson right here. If I can, I have to rewind this way. He gets beautiful defense. He gets to this position right here. Boom, right here. He's got him. It's done. He's in front of him. And then he just puts his hands there. Like, there's no need. Like, why go for the steal? Just keep your hands up. You've got help around you. Like, you don't need that. You played great defense for so much of the possession. And then it just slips away from him at the last second. There was another one I marked down, first quarter, missed 355, where I thought it was a good contest by him per my note. So I'll pull that up here. Hopefully my stat is correct, and it is a good contest by Anthony Simons. So he's just guarding a Jordan Clarkson drive, stays with him. Great late contest. This is perfect. We don't need anything else. It's great job. Like the Celtics don't need anything from him here. Good defense. And then there was a closeout late in the fourth quarter when the Knicks were going on a run that I was particularly impressed with. I was like, oh shit, like that's some very important hustle from Anthony Simons. Like he could have just stuck like glue in his place and just like let him take a shot, but he got his ass out to the 3-point line and contested a shot. I'm trying to find it here. Third quarter, 5:45 left. And it was a Miles McBride 3 in the corner. And I don't know what the run the Knicks were on was, but they brought it within 9 at that point. It was 66-75. And Miles McBride was going to get a wide open 3 in the corner. But Anthony Simons, who is guarding McBride, has to help. He gets around the screen, he fights, and he runs all the way out and gets a great contest on a 3 in the corner. And he forces the miss. Like he got beat, he got screened, but he fought all the way back. It's just little things, right?
By
like,
the way,
effort
that was
has never been
his
a problem.
first miss of the game.
Yes, right. And so it's never been a problem with effort for Anthony Simons, but he just needs to put the pieces together of like staying home and not fouling and doing the right things in the right moments and like hustling in the right places. And I thought this was a pretty good defensive game from him. So I'll give him his credit.
Yeah, the key is really stringing it together. Like, I think there's something to be said about learning. Like, I don't know if it necessarily pertains to him playing defense. He's been in the league for, like 7-8 years. But Jaylen Brown, I think before the season, somebody tried to call him Unk. I know it happened to Tillman for a fact, but I think Jaylen also talked about this. If that's true, nice. Jaylen has fully embraced being an Unk. Like, he's so proud of his young guys, and he will praise them at any opportunity possible. You mentioned it last Wednesday where you guys went in the locker room against Detroit, and he just, like, gave you very candid, honest, like, fun, like, candid in a fun, like, personable way answers about his teammates. And today at the podium, it was the same way. Like, he was actually pretty serious when talking about, like, Corrales asked him, I think it was, like, about getting blitzed, and how he handled that decision making, and he was a little bit, I wouldn't say guarded, but like he was normal Jaylen at the podium. But when he got asked about Jordan or any of the guys that Hugo, he was like willing to shell it out and be like, yeah, I think it's been awesome. And then he was specifically asked about how he feels this has developed since the beginning of the season, and he said there's still work to be done, but he was really proud of the way the Celtics have grown as a unit. And I think that's real. Like, not the emotion, but the fact. Like, I think they are growing right in front of us. They're learning things. This is not the same team that got boat raced by the Knicks in that first game and they had to come all the way back. They fought, and they were in the same position that the juggernaut Celtics, 61-win Celtics were in May, twice, and they couldn't do it. And they did it today. And it's not the same
wins,
environment. OG wasn't
Losers.
there.
Yeah.
OG didn't play in this game, for what it's worth. Landry Shamet did not play in this game, who is a big difference maker.
You know who didn't play, though? Jason Tatum also did not play. So we really have to balance these things out.
We do have to balance it out. But they managed to get across the finish line. I think it says a lot about the team's character. And this is a team built on character, which I think it's already making people like them. But the people that don't know that they like them yet, that are watching the Patriots, they're going to find out that they like this team when it's time for them to watch them.
Yeah. I have a spoiler alert. The Celtics are a good basketball team. They're good, man. They're good. They're good.
I
They're a good
want to
team.
talk about this briefly.
Sure.
Or maybe if you want to save this for the podcast for tomorrow, because I don't know exactly what we're going to have on our program.
We probably should save something. Yeah, we should.
A little tease for you. I was on Bleacher Report looking for content today, and they did an updated record prediction. And before the season, they predicted the Celtics to win 37 games. And in the updated prediction, they predicted them to win 36 games.
It's embarrassing. That's bad. That's really bad.
They are a third of the way there.
Last thing before we go, I want to show you the most underrated possession of the entire game. We haven't talked. I don't think we've said this person. We haven't said this person's name once. 7-point game, minute 30 left. Sam Hauser, ISO, defense, Jaylen Brunson. Shifts, body, makes him lose the ball. Back out to the 3-point line. Body, nowhere. Got his ass, nothing. I can't express to you enough how fucking good of a defender Sam Hauser is. Do you know how hard this is to do? Like, if you're watching on YouTube, like, I'm going to make you watch again. If you're not watching on YouTube, go watch on YouTube. Jaylen Brunson is averaging 30. He is one of the best guards in the NBA. And Sam Hauser made him look like a guy I played in my Volo league last night. Like, I can't stress enough how good of a defender Sam Hauser is. To do that, not only without fouling, but for an 8-second period, 10-second period against one of the best guards in the NBA in a massive moment. If Jaylen Brunson gets that bucket, or even gets an and one there, it's a 4-point game, 6-point or 5-point game with a minute 30 left. No bucket, Celtics rebound, Celtics ball. Unbelievable play, phenomenal defense by Sam Hauser, and he's been doing it all year. So that's the last thing. That's all I got.
He also shot really well today, and he made timely shots.
Mm-hmm. Big
like Derek
ball
did.
shots. Crazy contested, like, ridiculous shots. There was one play, it's going to be in my cool plays video. They ran like a floppy set for him to come up on the wing, and there were like a bunch of screens everywhere. It was crazy. It was like the old 2K when you run a floppy to get guys coming off screens for a wing, and it was 2K floppy in real life, which I know it's just an actual play, but I used it a lot in 2K to get my shooters open. So shout out Sam Hauser.
Speaking of 2K, nobody loves down on the D-pad quite like the Knicks do. Just emotes any chance they get. They like it so much that Gary asked about it.
Cat talk shit to Joe during the game.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
I don't even know what he said. I don't know what he said. I just saw him look at Joe and like say some shit after he made a three. He like looked at him like this. I know they remember that shit.
Guy is just a bona fide loser. I can't believe they lost the playoff series to him.
Dude, what a win. What a win. What a fucking win, dude. Oh my God. Shout out the Celtics. Let us know what y'all think down below. Hopefully y'all are fired up after this win. Celtics are 3 games above 500 now. 2.5 games out of the 2 seed. I think half a game or 1 game out of the 6 seed. Jake also mentioned 3.5 games out of the 11 seed. Whatever. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, and all the same. Take it out.
Hey, yo, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're here every single day with new content. Full pods come out Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps like this one are here the day after each game. and other videos are here in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can also find Jack and I running it on pregame live a half hour before every single game. We're having special guests with us every single time this year. We had Nick NBA today. He's been a regular. He's been awesome. He was awesome again today. Have somebody special for you Thursday and very special on Friday. So be here for it. Half hour before every single game. Be here. We're on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are there. If you just want those, follow. They'll go right to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Read them every single time we do the show, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Get them in. Our socials are at How About Them Celtics for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. All stream information is on Twitter. Pre-game live times and guests will be there on the game days, so be on the lookout for that. You can follow Jack on Twitter at JackSimoneNBA. You can find his YouTube, Jack Simone. Subscribe. He's doing videos every single week with cool plays from the Celtics games, breaking them down. He's putting in the work. Definitely go show him some love there. And you can follow me on Twitter at SamWithFriendsNBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous.